child. Whereon he replied, if you had beaten me when I first stole and brought to you that lesson book, I should not have come to this, nor have been thus led to a disgraceful death. Man, yo, this is Brother Hatim, and that is Aesop Fable. This is folk tales for grown folks, and that is one of my favorite, one of my all-time Aesop favorites. I got many, but that is in the top 4 right there. One that deals with raising children. 2 that deals with placing blame. So I don't know which angle to hit it from. I'm gonna hit it from both angles. Let's do it like that. How you feel about that? Listen, first off, when we are raising children, when we take responsibility for somebody, and we care for them, and we see them doing wrong, and we don't correct them, we don't take some action, we don't warn them, we are enabling them to continue along the path of destruction. We empower them to do more. Now this mother she took a little bit step. She not only not told him it was wrong, she commended him when he brought something wrong to her. He would steal from other people, and it was cool as long as he was stealing from other people. But one thing that those of us that have been alive long enough is, if they will steal from somebody else, they will steal from you. Alright, eventually. That's just the way of life. You know what I'm saying? As they say, there's no honor amongst thieves. And when I want it, I want it. I don't care who got it as a thief. You know what I'm saying? I have principles, but the principles I have are geared towards me becoming satisfied. And I notice this when I'm dealing with a lot of parents, especially a lot of parents, in the way that they encourage their child in some of the behaviors, because we just looking at the stealing. But what about the arguing with adults? What about the disrespecting the parent? What about just the constant fighting and disruptions that your child may be causing, that you are, in a sense, helping to empower them to do? As parents, we got to take the responsibilities as overseers of other people, and as advisors, as life advisors, as friends. We got to be bold enough to check people when they are doing wrong, if you care about them. Because if not, they will have a disgraceful death. It may not end up in the gallows like this young man, but on the other hand, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? I mean, America is going in so many different directions. They might bring back the gallows if they ain't already hanging people. But also, we can look at this from another angle. Let's look at it from this adult boy who, even though did not get the proper raising, blames his mother for the situation he was in. He takes no responsibility, and he blames his mother for not beating him, because obviously you know what you're doing is wrong. So you call your mom and you bite her ear off because you want to blame her for all your L's, for all your ills in your life. And I see this a lot too, and doing some of the self-mastery training. A lot of us, we're looking for someone to blame. You know what I'm saying? Someone to blame. It can't be my. It can't be my fault. It's deeper than that. You don't even understand, Brother Hatim. You know what I'm saying? It's not me. It's them. You know what I'm saying? We look for those people to blame our dysfunctions on, rather than facing our dysfunctions, rather than, in a sense, as I'm talking about on Give Yourself Permission, going to our 0 point and facing our demons. You know what I'm saying? Some of these demons, I ain't gonna say some of them, all these demons are like scarecrows. They just look scary. But when you confront them, you see that they are absolutely powerless. And the only power that they have over you is the power that you give them. So rather than blaming others, yeah, others may be responsible for how you are, but how you stay is your responsibility. What you become is your responsibility, especially when you become an adult. You know what I'm saying? We have an opportunity like no other people at no other time in the world today. We can shape and mold who we are. We have more access to more information than any other group of individuals in the history of the world as in mass. But yet, we still blame others for where we are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they played a factor. I don't want to take that away. And if you need that to lean on that. But what I'm asking you is, what are you doing to make your life different? Are you going to be like this boy? Keep on doing the things that you know are wrong. Keep on doing the things that you know are not bringing you any true profit. They're bringing you short-term profits. They're not bringing you long-term profits. Are you going to continue doing that when you know that you're wrong? And wait till you get caught and then want to hold everybody else accountable for what they did to you? Are you going to continue doing some of the things that you did because you was abused as a child? Are you going to continue doing some of the things you were doing because you was poor as a child? Are you going to continue doing some of the things that you know are not right, but yet when it's time to pay the piper, you want everybody else to feel responsible for you? Like for example, we go to some of these jails, you know what I'm saying, and we could see the guilt-laden mothers who are going to these prisons to see these boys who made decisions as full-grown men. We can see it in the parties. We throw bigger parties for people coming out of jail than we do for people graduating in some situations. You know what I'm saying? Like they went to jail as a Malcolm X or a Martin Luther King or something, because we feel guilty and feel responsible for where they are when they make choices. This story teaches us that we all have choices. We have choices as parents, and as we become adults, as children, we have choices. And we have the information nowadays to make the choice. At least in that story, I know the story is over 2,500 years ago. He may have not had a choice, but today, oh my God, we have been blessed. I'm sitting talking to you right now on a computer that could fit in a little pack on my back. And with this little computer, I could get Wi-Fi from anywhere and talk to anybody, anywhere on this planet. Almost. I could find out information that was not accessible to my grandfather. Hell, I could find information that was not accessible to my mother. That's how fast this technology is. I walk around with a phone where I can ask any question and get an answer. With a phone where I keep my whole library. And I want y'all to understand, I have a big music library. You know what I'm saying? Or rather a playlist, you know what I'm saying? But it's big. You know what I'm saying? I could carry that in my pocket. I got at least 50 to 100 books on that I listen to. And I also have books that I read on my phone. I'm carrying all this in my pocket. And on my back, I got a little computer that I could carry around and do the same things. There's no reason in this world that we can't make changes in our lives. What we come from does not have to determine where we go. I'm sorry, I went off. This is Brother High Tim. I'm saying thank you for tuning in to Folk Tales for Grown Folks. It turned into give yourself permission for a second. I apologize for that, but this is my story. This is oh my God. You share this story. You know what I'm saying? If you don't share this broadcast, at least share the story. I posted it up on my Facebook page. I posted it up on my Twitter. Share this story. And talk about this story, because Aesop be dropping it. Like I say, these folk tales aren't just for kids. That's why I call it folk tales for grown folks. This brother Hatim saying peace. I pray that your day is as beautiful as you are, and I'm out.
Us as my main source. Our children will guide us with ignorance behind us, removing the shades that once had blinded us. So off to the crossroad, straight for my black coat, communing with brothers. Straight from my Mac code, I step in as God with the mic as my ride, helping to raise the black children. They go from a pie. I enter as I'm a tap, exit as Shimmer tap. Now that you know what's up, make sure you watch your step. I rise with the sun. It's a new day begun. Off the walk on my path. In search of the one. I'm looking for unity, not for no casualties. By working together, we step for humanity. I work what was given. I'm far beyond 7 because I know and realize that she's the two gates of heaven.
What's up, Mama Margarita? Shouts out. How you doing?
Down it to yourself, save our community. A laborers on our side. I don't want blessings ride. Ride will rise with truth. John will not criticize.
John will not criticize.
Look deep into your soul.
Oh, we about to get it popping.
The end is in full effect.
We had a lot of difficulties this morning, but we're about to go down.
I praise God. I praise God. I praise God. I praise God as I rock the mic. Come on. I praise God as I rock the mic. Say what? I praise God as I rock the mic. Come on. I praise God as I rock the mic. I'm going inside to take a look at all the sights I couldn't see in a book. Born on this planet in a mortal mind state. Mission civilized as a 348. Communication with the skill to build. Power to define as I direct my will. To save my people on the planet Earth. I got to go to the underground first. Listening to my elders as I reach my youth. Speaking to elders as I speak the truth. Following the order that's ordained by God. With my hair's my antenna and my mic is my rod. Being a good shepherd, I must feed my sheep. So I lay my body down so no wolves can creep. That's why I praise God. I praise God. I praise God. I praise God as I rock the mic. Come on. I praise God as I rock the mic. Say what? I praise God as I rock the mic. Come on. I praise God as I rock the mic. Say what? I praise God as I rock the mic. Come on. I praise God as I rock the mic. Say what? I praise God as I rock the mic. Come on. I praise God as I rock the mic. Peace. I want to send out some shots to my Baba Kelsey, to all my brothers and my sisters in Casa and Underground Railroad. I'd like to send some specials out to my brother Water, my brother Seven Guests, and with that I say hotel.
Wow. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, man. It was hard coming. Now, I was tired. I was trying to, I got a new, I could reach for this and get this yesterday. I couldn't get the thing, but I got a new computer yesterday. And it says that I will be able to stream at 720p, 60 frames per second, at least on one Wi-Fi that I was on. But I was trying to transfer all of my scenes and stuff from here to here, but I wasn't able to do it because this does not have an Ethernet slot. So I got to go and try to get an Ethernet cord sometime this week. But then I have to rebuild each one of my individual scenes onto this device so that I can start streaming from it. So we're going to have us a busy week this week, you know. I got to get these Ambrosia orders finished, as well as, you know, I mean, just doing the regular stuff we do at Ujima. So last night the show had to be sacrificed. I was sitting up there, I was like, well, you know, maybe I could build. And I started building, and I looked up at the clock. It was about 9:15. I said, man, I'm going to bed. Went to bed, and, you know, woke up and said, damn, I got a dentist appointment. So might as well just go and chill. So I chilled. So shouts out to Mama Margarita. Shouts out to Brother Kwame. I see you out there, brother. Great Ujima to you as well. Family, I want to welcome each and every last one of you. So what I'm going to do today is, since we got a little bit of time, we are going to do a Toast and Tales. Now, I may be able to open up the lines. Actually, I can possibly open up the lines. Let's go on and let's see about making some arrangement for that while I run my mouth a little bit here, so that we go, if anybody want to call in this morning after the toast. We're going to do the toast real quick. We're going to do the toast as quick as we can, because y'all know, shit, you know, that's the major part of the show. That's why we do the show. So, dang, all right, that's not working right. Hold on, let's see if I turn it that way. That's a little bit better. All right, so we're going to do the toast, and then I'll read the folk tale, and we go and have that discussion real quick. Let's see about opening up Uber conference. So I have it ready. So when it's time for us to go on and start talking about the folk tale, if you are interested in joining the conversation, you could do so. Okay? All right. Let's go and do our thing. I am kind of parched.
Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Take a breath. Take your breath. Now, grab your glass for some water. Grab your glass. Lift your pitcher of that water. Or bottle. Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Fam, just move your body. Drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Move your body. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Lift and pour yourself some water. Pour. Move your body, drink some water. Move it. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy. Remember the four pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces.
Eat a culturally appropriate diet.
Behave. Take your breath. Come on. Lift and pour.
You can do it.
Move your body.
Come on, come on.
Toast your ancestors. Drink up.
Come on, drink it, drink it, drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on, drink it. Lift it, drink it. Come on. Drink that health in.
Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath, take your breath.
Lift and pour.
Lift it.
Move your body.
Come on, come on.
Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink.
Come on, come on.
Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour.
Come on, pour it.
Move your body.
Move. Come on.
Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink.
Shouts out to Mr. Navita. I see you out there.
Drink your water.
They say you just drink $10 on.
Drink.
Wow. Family
Drink
show
your
water.
water.
What is going on this morning? We are going to mix it up this morning because, like I said, I gotta go to the dentist. This might be the last show because they might try to kill me. You know, just saying. Just saying, y'all heard it here first. You know, just in case some shit go wrong, y'all heard it here first. He was right about something. He predicted it. All right? But if I'm not, we can celebrate. But anyway, family, look, I want to welcome you to the Daily Toast. Once again, I need you to know that I am glad that you are standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Ujima Journey Media. Thank you, Anna, man. I was running out of breath. I was wondering if you was going. Of course, you know this is a Heart of a Simple production, and of course, this is the Daily Toast, where we strive to blow up your old paradise. Before we get into the toast, we gotta.
To have melanin embedded in our skin is a gift. Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black? Too strong? Yeah. We were born to be great. Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black? Born to be great.
Peace, family. Yo, thank you for joining us. Right? And I'm thrilled to announce the fact that we are now releasing our first free e-course. Come and learn about Ujima journey. See some of the stuff we do. Come and join the tribe. Tribe up with us and check out the free e-course. We'll make sure that the URL pop up right about here. And it'll probably be somewhere in here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about Ujima journey, and let's build together.
Man, all right, so let's go and get this toast on. So we did the water song. We did the water song. The water song. Now it's time for us to do the toast. So, on the new computer, I got to go in and I got to reset up each one of these screens. And I'm sitting up here like, man, and then it looked like that I may be able to get the Spreaker family to be able to hear everything that's going on, because this computer is just a little bit beefier than this one. Now this one right here, this one was a blessing. It was picked out by one of my brothers, and I didn't know nothing about it. At that point in time, I was just all Chromebooks. I didn't even understand the difference between a Chromebook or the possibilities and the difference in a Chromebook and a computer. He was like, no, dude, you streaming, you doing streams, and you doing, because at that time I was still doing the podcast. He said, look, you could take it to a whole nother level with a computer. Trust me. Took me out, got me a computer. Like, look, work with this computer, right? I mean, he picked the perfect one. And I mean, it was crazy because it fit right into the whole streaming piece that I was doing once I really moved up to OBS, and it was about 4 years old then. So, like I said, we get blessed by people in our lives that can that end up helping us, because when you surround yourself with people that master stuff, you know what I'm saying? They know what the fuck they talking about. I mean, it's like, you're like, boom, look. I know you like Chromebooks. Listen, it's your birthday. I'm not getting you I'm getting you a computer. You're going to learn a computer. You're going to understand the difference. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, cool. All right. I ain't going to fight no gift. But, that Chromebook over there, look at this right here. So the chip that he has in this that he picked out for me, I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better. But anyway, so family, we about to get directly in to the toast so that we can go and have a little conversation about this folktale, so that I could go and get up out here. I'm gonna open up these lines if anybody wants to call in. I know y'all be kind of shy sometimes, so I ain't gonna hold it against you. But, we about to do this toast. So if anybody here, I'm going to post up the instructions. But let me just preface it and say, family, if you have individuals on the list, if you have individuals that you want to add on the list, by all means,
You know what I'm saying? And if you're not comfortable, I understand. No problem. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to make sure that you know that you are welcome to add your ancestors to the list. All right, so here we go. Oh, what we drinking today? All right, we're going to drink a little bit old. It is. I'm going to finish this off so I could go and wash this out. This is the same batch. This is the batch of ambrosia that's going out now. I just had this one sitting in my carafe. Whew, let's see. It's ready. So let's get it. Here we go. First, giving honor to the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that creator. And we say, Ashe. From their family, I don't want to put it on that. All right, I'll keep it over here. From their family, where do we go? Well, from here, we move on to our list of our illustrious ancestors, those upon whose shoulders we stand upon. We call on them, we remember them, we raise up our glass and we salute and we say, Ashe. So, here we go. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robin the Tex, Senator Davis, Ern Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William, Walter, Chris Pendergast, Eileen, Uncle Chris, Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis, Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pimenel, No More X, Pat Maya, Ramalika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, lost the rhythm. Elder Ron Coleman, lost the rhythm. Oh, man. Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Bruford, Actor Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Dagger Pullian, the Luxor brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley, Senior, Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Anna Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend J. Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melville Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Welly, Vita Farmer, Ago Sosu, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza, Frederick Davis, Mary Esther Keach Larice. I was so close. Here we go. Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keach Larice, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Seven Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Heather Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinera, Elder Amatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas Alula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frank Russell and Davis. Frank and Russell and Davis are near. Fred Douglas Triggs, Thelma Triggs, Thomas Alula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frank Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Phoenix Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas I'm reading and thinking at the same time. Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Bear, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frank Russell and Dave, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Alice Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy M. Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brandon Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carter Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Denise Monez, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. We have William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Pasigi, Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Barry Clark, John Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Lise Waters, DeFriedis Hines, Ines Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred, Scanner Bay, Wilson Haley, Emma Hine, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Print Up Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Peanut Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christine Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Pence, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jay Brownie, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Worth the first, Stacey Trash, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emmy McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amelia Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Crochet, George and Holly Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Edgar Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kim O'Brien, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McCates, Mrs. Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Eno Baby Hatch, as Senior, Melly Miller, Howsey Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, I was going off memory. Wow. Where was I at? Haley Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hallie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kim O'Brien, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McCates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Eno Baby Hatch, had Senior, Melly Miller, Howsey Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Brad Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Aaron Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alice Motley, Jodine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Urchin Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Rubir, Tim Butler, Raymond Laura Newton, J.B. Parkey, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Bradley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Billy Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Carwell Sr., Robbie Lee Carwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Brothers, Reginald Albert, Mazarine Cooper, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We move on. We have Joella Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Sheldon Jr., Damian Top, Christina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Sarah Clayton. I got an ancestor popping up in my mind like, brother, you forgot my name. I thought I said it, Elder Shaka McNair, but for some reason his picture popped up in my head, was like, bro, you missed my name. I'm sorry. Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lunkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid Izin Transition, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flynn, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gatz, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruthie Lane Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monger II, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Desandra Lynette Lewis, Anderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, L.T. Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Y. Hakeem and Coma, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Woody R. Mackey, Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Charlton Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, T-Lar Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Andy Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Grace, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Coper, Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, a.k.a. Tooth the Don, Saber Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Minter, Mary Smith, Juanita Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl Williams Duncan Jr., Janet Callahan, Denny Hill, Miko D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, and Teresa Bitto. We lift up our glass. We salute all of our ancestors. And with that, we say the mighty word of our Shea family. Family, from there we move to the present moment, and y'all all know in this present moment we are giving all of our Ujima babies a round of applause. Not you, Anime. A round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Shouts out to all those Ujima born. This is your day. It's your day. So family, for those that don't know, we are asking you, as we do on a daily basis, we are asking you to activate your reticular formations and go out and seek Ujima. When you find it, take a picture of it, post it up on Instagram, post it up on Giami Journey Media, share it with the world. Right? Hashtag Ujima. Hashtag Ujima found. Hashtag Ujima day. Hashtag Ujima in action. Hashtag Ujima child. Hashtag Ujima man. Hashtag Ujima woman. I don't care about hashtag Ujima. Ujima in there. We could find it for later time and later discussions and see what we build. And I'll show y'all what I mean one day. Ujima. For those that don't know, Ujima means collective work and responsibility. The modic principle of the day is righteousness. Respect is what we teach in the M7. Blue is the color, as you can see, but my beautiful dark blue. And I would really think that this would be indigo, because I'm just saying. But anyway, that's just me. Vibration is the Hermetic law. Male name for the day is Kwaku. Female name for the day is Akua. So shouts out to all those Kwakus and all those Akuas. What day were you born on? Come on, family, find out. Because we're going to be having, because, like I said, the e-course is coming. Just let you know, the e-book is coming. We're going to be breaking this shit down. It's going to be a science. There's a science to it. Well, actually, we're going to make it a science. It might not be officially a science, but we're going to make it a science. Huh?
Good. How about you? Yeah, she ain't got work today.
All right, so here we go, family. We raising up our glass to the present moment. We lifting up, we saluting this powerful moment, this great moment, this moment that we will use to inspire us to move in power and in force. Empower and enforce. Right? We raise our glass and we salute this moment. We say Ashe. From there, we move to our future generations. We toast our children, our children's children, on to infinity. Right? Because we always was. And family, if we do what we supposed to do in the moment, we always will be. Right? I mean, I need to put some weight on your shoulders. Because please understand that, when you messing up time, you're not just messing up your time. You messing up all of our shit. All right? I'm just saying. I mean, you are in a critical point. So we raise our glass to the future generations and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move on. And where do we move to? From here, we move to all our relations. We toast and we say Ashe. From all of our relations, guess where we go there? Y'all ain't even going to believe it if I told you. Where we going to go now? You ready? Right? We're going to that selfish toast. This is for you. I'm raising this glass up for you. What is it that you want in this moment now that we got all of this energy in the room? The energy was always there, but we just became conscious of it. And it's ready to move for us, for you. Fill your cup. What is it that you need right now to fill your cup so that you can move towards what you're supposed to be doing, so that you could be protected to that? What is it that you need right now in this moment? We raise the cup and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move on. And I want to toast the most magnificent, the most beautiful, the most powerful, the most inspiring, the most uplifting, wisest individuals, or wisest individual in the room. I raise my glass up to you. I salute you, and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, family, family. I wish you peace, power, joy, 100 years now. And not only 100 years, as we say in Giami KN, because this is our thing. This is our thing. So now, family, what we about to do? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Woo, got a little shadow there. God damn. I'm sorry. It's early morning. Some of y'all at work. I ain't trying to get nobody fired. All right, let's get it. So now, what we about to do? Ooh, hold on. That's that unfiltered ambrosia, y'all. See, I'm waiting for that real, because we got some real ambrosia drinkers. I'm waiting for the brother to be like, man, just don't. I'm on it unfiltered, straight. Right? No filter, brother. I want the whole thing. I said, okay, we gonna see. You be flying around the house, running marathons, and I'm like, what? All that from just drinking unfiltered ambrosia? All right, so this week, the story. Oh, I don't pick these, family. Hold on. Hold on. All right, we're gonna do a quick switch.
To have melanin embedded in our skin is a gift. Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black? Too strong? Yeah. We were born to be great. Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black? Born to be great.
Peace, family. Yo, thank you for joining us. Right? And I'm thrilled to announce the fact that we are now
releasing our first free e-course. Come and learn about Gianni Journey, see some of the stuff we do. Come and join the tribe up with us, and check out the free e-course. We'll make sure that the URL pop up right about here, and it'll probably be somewhere in here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about Gianni Journey, and let's build together.
We back, we live. We're back, we're live. We're back, we're live. All right, family. I'm going to open up the lines so that we can have a discussion for those that, if you want to call in the Gianni Journey, if you want to holler at your brother about this folktale, the folktale of the day, the folktale of the week. Let me explain this concept. Who calling me? Hello? Hello? Okay, thank you, nice white lady. I appreciate that. All right, back to the discussion here. So the name of the folktale for this week is The Farmer and the Snake. Once again, family, I need to let y'all know I don't go through and I'm not picking these folk tales. Just letting you know. This shit happens. I'm going right down the book. If you could check the page numbers. Last week we did The Farmer and the Stork. Now that was page 37 in this Forgotten Books by Aesop Fable. Now, right? Public domain, right? Old book, public domain, right? Now watch what I do with that shit, though. Hold on. Now watch. Hold on. But anyway, so the name of the story is The Farmer and the Snake. Now, get ready. By the way, as you see up on the screen, like I said, it's coming. It's coming. Doctor, yes, y'all. It's coming. I'm going to be letting y'all know. But those people that are in, that are G&J Media supporters, you're gonna get your copy, because we buy those copies for our folk. Already talked to Doc, made arrangements, right? So we're gonna have to break Doc the first check, but hopefully the books will we're gonna move the books. We're gonna, because we gotta create a commercial. I mean, it's about to go down, family, right? So 11 considerations for empowering African-centered organizations. So, all right, good stuff. Special report. All right, here we go. The Farmer and the Snake. One winter, a farmer found a snake stiff and frozen with cold. He had compassion on it and, taking it up, placed it in his bosom. The snake was quickly revived by the warmth, and resuming his natural instinct, bit its benefactor, inflicting on him a mortal wound. "Oh," cried the farmer with a last breath, "I am rightly served for pitying a scoundrel. The greatest kindness will not bind the Ooh, wait. Anime, anime, get up. What are you doing? Goddamn, no, I don't want to hear you. I want your other, yeah. God, you slipping, girl. You know it's hard time. You know we moving into a super recession. We moving into a depression. It's going to be real hard for spiritual animals to be employed, so you better get up. You better get up. Shit. Sorry, yeah, sometimes you got to talk with the employees, communicate so that they understand, right? If you ain't understanding me. Family. Lines are open. Let me make sure y'all know how to get to the lines. Those of you that might want to have this conversation. This is classic. This is classic talk here. And it fits into the news. It fits into the reparations. It fits into everything. It fits into the very reason that many of us are in the situations that we are in our personal lives and in our group lives. I'm just gonna keep it all the way real with you. I ain't playing. We ain't pulling no shots here. Listen. Y'all ready? Let me read it again. Y'all ain't ready for this. As a matter of fact, this might be too deep. I might need to just stop it right now. You know what I'm saying? Because the message is going to miss a lot of us, because a lot of us are not ready for what this thing is dropping on us. Now, even before I get to that, now, part of the training in Giammi journey, and a lot of people be like, well, brother, boom, 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 because in many cases, a lot of stuff I have to do myself. So a lot of stuff kind of falls to the wayside. But when we created tribal quotes and folk tales for grown folks, it was to instruct on how to putting building blocks for a culture together. Because one of the things I noticed that when I was bringing people together, fuckery would always ensue. Fuckery and bitchcraft would be flowing freely and randomly. You know what I'm saying? Because especially when we start putting adult issues on the table rather than directly just dealing with you. Long as we was dealing with the youth piece, you know what I'm saying? A lot of shit was cool, right? But then when you mixed men and women, plugs and sockets, and just a little bit of money, you have a soup. No, you create a soup. You know what I'm saying? That was described in a great album, a scary ass album by Miles Davis called Bitches Brew. I'm just listen. So one of the things that I want to do was to find a way to be able to instruct without a lot of the issues of bringing people who might be wounded, people that's looking for, because I'm that same way, right? Wounded, hurt, looking for some relief, right? Can't be mad at people. That's what, when you hurt, you say ouch. You know what I'm saying? If you get a reaction, then, you going, you know what I'm saying? You going to try to get your Band-Aid. You going to try to get somebody, you know what I'm saying? I understand. So how could we build up Giammi and keep as much fuckery and bitchcraft out the mix. Well, we can set up a curriculum. All right, cool. That worked for a little while. But then now we need some social distancing until we get people, you know what I'm saying? You know, till we get people to, you know, where we need them to be. So the whole streaming piece came because it's like, I mean, we was doing social distancing before social distancing. This, every time I'm on here, it's like a class. It's a ritual in a class. I mean, a lot of people laugh about the water song, but the water song is a ritual. You don't know it. Why? Because you ain't studied rituals, but it's a ritual. It's something that we are doing every day with a specific purpose. A specific spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, intuitional purpose. It's not a habit. It's a ritual. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. What's the message? Lift your glass. Drink your water. Move your body. Drink your water. Toast your ancestors. Drink, drink, drink. It's a ritual. And then after the ritual, we move into the ceremony part of the ritual. We lift up our glass for. And we all go through the ceremonial movements. Those of us that understand, we go through the ceremony movements. We are building a IMESP momentum, intuitional, mental, emotional, spiritual momentum. So, so part of that is, how do we plug our people? How do we plug our tribe into these wisdoms when in fact it can be detrimental for us to come together? Let's make a show. Let's do a show. Folk tales for grown folks. Folk tales for grown folks. Let's have grown folk conversations. We don't have to necessarily be in each other's face. We can have these conversations in person, but we set the parameters and we teach the interaction online. So let's go back. I mean, those of you that's been checking out DigiTV, you know, matter of fact, that was part of the problem because I left Folk Tale for Grown Folks. I want y'all to think about this. I streamed Folk Tale for Grown Folks from yesterday at 10 a.m., stopped at about 3:30. Matter of fact, I could look at my records and see exactly what time because I know exactly what young person's house I was coming from because I keep my time so that I make sure, you know what I'm saying, so I keep everybody informed with where I'm at and stuff like that, so I keep my time. So I can identify the exact moment. I know the exact stoplight I was at when I said, oh, man, I got to stop it. I stopped it around, it was somewhere between 3 and 4:30. But in stopping it, now I want y'all to listen to me. In stopping it, I stopped the stream from going out, but I didn't stop the internal stream. So what y'all heard this morning when y'all came on was Folk Tales for Grown Folks that have been playing since yesterday. That's how many I got. Right? See, because fam, please understand, for me, one of my major understandings is that our people need consistency. They need to know that you're going to be there even when they know they're not going to be there. We have a record. We're very consistent. So how do you do this? So boom, we come up with 21-day challenge, you know what I'm saying, that individuals take themselves through, that if you're not necessarily with a tribe, someone you can take yourself through, and you can kind of initiate yourself. And we got the daily toast where you can get up and you can challenge yourself to try to keep up with us. And then, see, because I'm going to tell y'all like this. If you want the daily toast to be on point, do the 21-day challenge. What do you mean, Brother Hatem? Right? Get in touch, especially those supporters. Supporters got you. Listen. Get in touch with Brother Hatim. Say, listen, I'm trying to do this for the 21 day. I want to do the 21 day Nguzo Cyber Challenge. What is this about? This is about you taking our principles and using them to change your life on whatever level you want. IMESP don't matter, because it's 21 days. You could at least you could put a hole in you could put a hole in the barrier to your success. Just if you don't do nothing but strike one hole, we can help you with that. But like I said, include Brother Hatim in on your 21 day challenge. Daily Toast will be popping off at 5:15, because now once you challenge and you include me in your challenge, right? You know, Brother Hatim, you gonna monitor them. Well, cool. Then you need to be at the Daily Toast every day for 21 days. Right? Ritual. Plug you in. Is this whole piece is deeper than people really, it's deeper than people understand. We're doing nation building online. People don't really understand this. You know what I'm saying? Now, but anyway, back to Folk Tales for Grown Folks. Folk Tales for Grown Folks came about because how do we plug our people into our ancient wisdom? Then, because everybody is not going to read the verses or even go and learn to read the Metuneta or go and learn to read another language. But how did our ancestor transpose this wisdom over time and send it to us, as we say in Ujima, in a crystallized form? They put it into the folk ways and the folk tales. And the folk tales. All right, cool. So why use Aesop? Aesop was a white dude. Beg to differ. There's some research, there's a lot of research out there that identifies Aesop was in the same situation as we were. He was a prisoner in a foreign land, better known as a slave. Hey, you know, that point could be argued. But then if you look at the root of some of his stories and stuff, it lines up with a lot of our cultural ideas of how you pass wisdom on. But anyway, but that's in all cultures, without Tim. And I'm not arguing that point. I'm not arguing all that point. If it's in all cultures, then we know where all cultures come from, don't we? So we could just end that argument right there. Right? We know where all cultures come from. We know the source of all cultures. We know the first cultures. We know where the first cultures came from. And we know where the wisdom that hold cultures, we know where that comes from. Even some of the aggressive shit that's being practiced right now today. But, you know, we forgot that part, you know. Got that part. But anyway, so to the folktale. So when you look at the folktale on a weekly basis, what the folktale does for you on a weekly basis, right? It allows you to explore our thoughts. It allows you to explore how we think. It allows you to see different situations in your life that you can compare and use this story in, or where in your life. Because like if you really look at the worksheet that we set out for the story, not only does it look at how you could use the story now, we ask you in Ujima to look at past events where if you had the wisdom that was in this story, how would a situation been different for you? This self-mastery. We life engineering. We live in this. We not playing with it. So I'm going to read the story because I want to be on time to the dentist. I'm sorry. I went off. I'm sorry. I didn't even get the chance to leave the lines open that long, man. I went off. But please understand that what we doing here, right? Rituals and ceremonies. It ain't just a show. I call it a show because, because I do the extra stuff and stuff like that. But what we're doing is purposeful. It's nation building. It's building bonds. I want y'all to think about. I want y'all to think about this. How many of y'all, in listening to us, in a sense, have developed a relationship? I mean, we got a small number. We have developed relationships with people in different places that we have never seen before. Just because they tune in and they vibe with it. They be like, hey, can I put my ancestors on the list? Because they understand the value and they understand the idea that a lot of people that we have lost. Hell for African is not fire and brimstone. Hell for African is not being poked by a motherfucker with red horns and red skin and a ponytail. You know what I'm saying? Hell for African is being forgotten. Let me say that again. Hell for an African is being forgotten. Hell for an ADOS ancestor is being forgotten. So, by us doing the ritual we do, we guarantee heaven, paradise, whatever you want to call it, for our ancestors. Because we it. We create that, and we open it up. Because if we're saying hell for Africans is being forgotten, family, why you think we were the first to realize? I mean, we build monuments everywhere we go, so that motherfuckers will know that we was there. We come up with the flyest ways of passing down memories. Why do you think we do that? Come up with the flashiest jewelry. Other motherfuckers is figuring out how to get the sharpest blades. I mean, if you look at history, we want to be remembered. This is what we have mastered, and this is what we do. This is why we got the flyest jewelry anywhere. This is why you can look at kings and others. We had the flyest shit. Other people had better blades and better steel because their culture demands different things of it. Our culture demands that we are never forgotten. At least until we make it in that generational loop, which I'll talk to you about on another day. But anyway, family, God, man, I done went off. Let me read the folktale for y'all. This is the folktale of the week. So what we do each week for Gianni Journey, there's a folktale that individuals that are serious about self-mastery and serious about their own personal development look at the folktale, regardless of how corny the folktale is, and see if they can extract some wisdom from it. And on the show, see, because if you follow along on the show, that's when you are able to expose what you have discovered. Not knowing how what you have discovered may infect one of the individuals that is going through the same process that you are going through. You never know how what you have discovered may affect their life. I try to stress that. This is why when at the end of even in the toast, I toast you. Because you are the most brilliant. You are the wisest. And all it is, in most cases, is for somebody to recognize it and start trying to wake it up. That's what our education system used to be about. I need to wake up that mastery in you, that sleeping giant, that world changer that is asleep at your core. It ain't about me indoctrinating that shit and me trying to get you to memorize them. It's about me waking up that sleeping giant, that generational expertise that's in you that came back with you and try to wake you up and remind you, because you've been through this shit before. So I salute you. But anyway, I'm going to read the story and I'm going to get up out of here. Ran my damn mouth. I am sorry. I know y'all like, man, we want to discuss the proverb. Well, I got to go, man. I got to go. The Farmer and the Snake. Well, actually, the name of the story is The Farmer and the Dale. The Farmer and the Dale Hi ho to Mario, the farmer in the day. What is it? Well, how you know?
Because I know the song.
How you know it's not there?
Because I listened to
Okay, my daughter said it's not the farmer. The farmer went to jail. The farmer went to jail. The farmer got real drunk one night, and the farmer went to jail. Is that better? All right, thank you. All right. The farmer and the snake. One winter, a farmer found a snake stiff and frozen with cold. He had compassion on it, and taking it up, placed it in his bosom. The snake was quickly revived by the warmth and resuming its natural instinct, bit its benefactor, inflicting on him a mortal wound. Oh, cried the farmer with his last breath, I am rightly served for pitying a scoundrel. Now, before I go, because let's roll this over until next week. All right, we're gonna be folked up behind. But I want you to think about this proverb. I want you to take this wisdom. I want you to apply it to the news. Where do you see this in the news? Where do you see this in the politics? Where do you see this in the economics? Where do you see this in the social structure? Where do you see this in the education? Where do you see this in your personal life and your personal relationships? See, because the farmer got it wrong. I'm gonna just drop it. The farmer got it wrong. The farmer called the snake a scoundrel. Because a scoundrel means that the snake was acting outside of his nature. I mean, that the snake was acting outside of his nature. But I would argue the fact that the snake was just being a snake. And the scoundrel was actually the man. The bad guy in this tale, I would argue, is the farmer. The scoundrel, the scallywag, the motherfucker acting outside of nature is the farmer. Who better, I don't want to go into it. But family, I want y'all to think about it, and I want y'all to come back so that we can actually do a folk tales for grown folks. For grown folks. Right? For grown folks. This type of discussion is one of the discussions that these folk tales bring up discussions that we need to have in our community. So one, our minds are working. Two, it also helps us learn to tame learn to use our emotions, because in some of these discussions, our emotions are flowing. Listen to some of my past ones. Listen to how I could just go off about one of these things. One for love, fam. Curiosity killed the cat was satisfaction enough to bring it back. Before bring it back, one love, curiosity killed the cat. Oh, that one's coming. We got a while. I don't plan them. I go down the book in order. But I'm about to get up out of here. I need to go see if I need to get my tooth pulled or whatever, man. And, it is what it is. And then I'm reporting to my adventure. Right? Make sure you like. Make sure you share. Make sure you subscribe. And if you can, make sure you support. And if you can't, family, just pass on a link. It's gnjmedia.support, gnjmedia.support. On the receipt, when you sign up, it asks you which Giami member you want to support. So if you know somebody in Giami that you and they're the reason why you're doing it, or they're one of the reasons why you're doing it, put them on there. Put them on there. right? Because we want to know which of our members is out here doing what they supposed to be doing, right? Who are you? Who inspired you to support, right? And we'll work it from there. All right, so yo, family, this is Brother Hatim, and I am out.
Word from the wise, never catch girls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine. Word from the wise, never catch girls among swine.